Are you still learning how to appropriately assert yourself with others? Demanding respect without turning into a bullheaded jerk? I know I am.
As Celestia is my witness, I'm never gonna be a pushover again!
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Hallelujah Brony, and today I'll be diving into the experiences of Fluttershy in the Season 2 episode Putting Your Hoof Down in greater depth to build upon the message of what it truly means to be assertive. And I don't pretend to have any cure-all tonics that will solve the issue. However, I have gained some valuable insight based on my research and personal experiences over the years that you might be able to benefit from. And who knows, you might be able to appreciate this episode just a little bit more by watching this, and maybe even learn a few things in the process. So, let's begin.
I noticed.
I was like, oh, wow.
Hey!
Would you mind moving back? You're in my personal space.
Do you need your asparagus so badly? Get out live! Oh, okay. There's no rush.
Fluttershy, you mustn't let them treat you that way.
No one deserves to be treated like that. So who's this Iron Will everyone keeps on talking about? I wonder what he has to say about being assertive.
That, my friends, is your first lesson. Don't be shy. Look them in the eye.
Don't be shy. Look him in the eye. I like that. I wonder what else he has to say.
When someone tries to block, show them that you're wrong. Never apologize when you can criticize. Why don't you watch where you're going?
You laugh at me, I wrath at you!
Wow, this Minotaur really thinks he knows what it means to be assertive? No way. Just because you're a bullheaded jerk getting your way does not mean you're assertive. Don't hurt me!
I hate to be you right now.
It's unfortunate that Fluttershy has the tendency to be overly passive because she has an avoidant type personality, making it very difficult for her to handle social situations, let alone asserting herself with others. Wasn't it interesting to see the opposing character dynamics interacting in this episode, including passive, passive-aggressive, and aggressive personalities that clashed? But unfortunately none of which were actually assertive. Iron Will does a really good job to represent the polar opposite of Fluttershy's personality. He is arrogant and narcissistic, claiming to be a self-help guru. He oozes with so much confidence that even Iron Will must converse about Iron Will in the third person. And I personally cannot wait until he comes back with another appearance in the show. In my previous video in my Wise, Foolish, and Hate-Filled series, I discuss how to identify and handle different types of people in our lives. Iron Will may be speaking with passionate eloquence and celestial ecstasy, but his message is without love, so it simply means nothing. Nothing but the creaking of
My rusty horseshoe.
And don't get me started about Rarity's passive-aggressive behavior, relying on manipulating an impressionable Colt, using her charm to flatter him, getting what she wanted out of him. And I would also argue that even Pinkie Pie's argumentative tactics to bamboozle her opponents like Iron Will and the Sales Pony were also passive-aggressive. Even I have to laugh at it, though. It's comical, but it lacks respect. Yes, they were both trying to help their friend, but their tactics that they used are far from innocent, and it missed the true mark of what it truly means to be assertive. I know, you might be thinking, okay, wise guy, now tell me what it means to be assertive. Okay, fine, I'll get to that right now. Being assertive means being your own self-advocate. And I'll use an example of a common day situation that people find themselves in, getting cut in line.
For you today. What do you think you're doing? Maybes are for babies. Now go to the back of the line where you belong!
Oops, yeah, this is how you become your own self-advocate, except I forgot to add that the biggest difference between being assertive and being aggressive is balancing your wants and needs while respecting their wants and needs as well. Don't forget the golden rule and the methodology of handling the foolish people that I mentioned in my last video. And now, I'll do a walkthrough of when to wield your assertiveness and when to yield it. So before you open your mouth, practice doing this first. Taking a deep breath will help you clear your mind, and before you say anything else, Try to curiously inquire their intentions to figure out what to do next. Excuse me? Did you know that there's a line and that you cut in front of me? And if that doesn't resolve the situation, you should try upping the ante by asserting yourself, saying something like, "If you have a good reason that you should cut in front of me, let me know. If you don't, please go back to the line." And if that doesn't resolve the situation, calmly use your best judgment based on the situation. However, I must caution you, if getting your way is all that you want, then you'll just end up like this. Alone. So to summarize this process, first try to politely inform them of their mistake, and then try to reason with them if that doesn't work, and know when to yield your assertiveness.
Oh, pardon me, sir.
Yes, it was.
I think you just cut in front of me.
A cut of celery? This is the asparagus stand.
And when you do wield it, simply speak with a confident voice and posture, a calm mind with a loving heart, because those who you respect are more likely to show you respect in return. Here are a few examples of Fluttershy exercising healthy assertiveness without being a jerk.
As I recall, during your workshop you promised 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Well, I'm not satisfied.
What do you mean you're not satisfied?
I'm sorry, but no means no.
No means no, huh?
You go, girl. Can I get an amen? Like it says in the Bible. Instead, let your yes be yes, and your no, no. Anything else comes from the evil one. This means keeping your words simple. You don't need to have a long fancy speech. Consistently speak what is true from the heart with a calm and confident attitude. That's what it means. And here's another example from an episode later on in Philly Vanilli.
Fluttershy, you will join the group making the Ponytones Quartet, the Ponytones Quintet.
No.
Pardon me?
I'm very thankful the Ponytones are singing at the Pet Center fundraiser, but I'll be watching safely from the audience.
Yes, continuity, yes. She was honest about what made her uncomfortable, respectfully declining, also sharing her gratitude for her friend for the invitation as well. You go, girl. This calls for a party cannon. Woohoo! To be your own self-advocate, respect others so that you are more likely to be respected for your thoughts and concerns.
But I understand that you're not comfortable.
Thank you.
Remember the golden rule, so in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you.
I gotta remember that one. That's a good catchphrase for my next workshop.
So forget about aggressively getting your way or using passive-aggressive tactics to get what you want. It's petty, and it won't work. I know, it's very tough to learn and even harder to practice, but don't worry, this world is full of both respectful and disrespectful people and ponies, so there's no shortage of opportunities to practice this. So that is my take on how to be more assertive. Yet I'm feeling like I'm missing something I need to add.
It's gorgeous! Absolutely gorgeous! There are no words!
I don't see what the big deal is. Just looks like another old castle to me.
What's that music? Rarity, no!
Another oath! Have you lost your mind? Look at the magnificent...
That's what I was going to talk about. Don't be assertive with someone trying to get an emotional rise out of you, especially on the internet. Now I know what to talk about in my next video in my Wise, Foolish, and Hate-Filled series. Thank you so much for watching, my dear viewer, and for your continued support and encouragement. I pray that you've been able to gain some insight on what it truly means to be assertive. Also, there's no complicated tricks or tactics. It's all about using your best judgment, balancing demanding respect while being respectful to others, and yes, even with those who get on your nerves. This installment builds off of my last video in my Wise, Foolish, and Hateful series, providing an overview of how to deal with each one. And in my next video, I will venture into handling the pesky pear sprites that thrive online. Well, this is Hallelujah Brony signing off. Until the next video, my dear friend, get out there and be a blessing.